Good morning. Okay, the last video I shared was about Scorpio, right? So someone then asked me, how do you tell if you are a friend, or whether you're considered a friend to Scorp, or whether you're considered a foe to the Scorpion person? Now that's pretty hard to determine really, because firstly, Scorp looks at everyone with suspicion. That's a fact, okay? A fact. Just for learning purposes lah, huh? Now the thing with Scorpio is that they don't trust anyone, partly because they understand human nature and partly because they kena before already. Now if you look at a chart, right, in terms of astrology, if you have Scorpio in house 11 and then further compounded by having all the planets inside there, then it basically means that you incur a lot of jealousy from your friends. So what do I mean by that? Sometimes you don't have to do anything. Even if you don't have this Scorpio in house 11, if you're just Scorpio, whether you're rising or sun Scorpio, yeah, the moment you have this placement of being a sun, moon, or a rising Scorpio, there's an element of jealousy in all your friendships, because people either envy you for what they think you have, because Scorpio always walks like they own the world. And they do, because they basically belong, their natural placement is house 8, yeah? So in house 8, you kind of know how to, you know where to go to get what you want or what you need. So they seem to be so-called never lacking for what they need. So a lot of people are envious of that. They are very jealous of that. Like macam this Scorpio while living the high life, you know. But that is just their imagination. Scorpio need not necessarily live a high flyer lifestyle. Okay. Now the other thing about friends, how do you tell whether Scorpio is your friend or whether Scorpio regards you as your friend? Okay, sorry, let me rephrase that. How do you tell if you are valuable to a Scorpio? How do you tell if the Scorpio values your friendship? How do you tell whether a Scorpio regards you as a friend or foe? Okay. Now a very simple way is to see whether Scorpio is talking to you. Okay. If Scorpio, there are only what you call Scorpio's life is very black and white. You're either black or white. There's no gray. Okay. Of course with age they learn that there's a gray lah, but let's just stick with the black and white. So you are either my friend or you're my enemy. There is no in between. Okay. So of course as they age, they will look upon it as meeting strangers would be like, okay, you're not yet my friend, maybe you will be my friend. So how do you tell if a Scorpio really likes you as a person? Okay, there's this thing called feeling, right? When someone talks to you, you can tell whether they are being fake or not. So at any point, if you think they are being fake, right, chances are the Scorp doesn't, nothing nice to say lah. But again, there are some signs that feel that they themselves are fake. But a relationship is really a reflection of the other party. Correct, not? Or rather, I rephrase it in this way. If I'm being hateful, I will see the other person as being hateful, and so I will experience that person as being hateful. But who is the source? I am the source, ma. So why do I bring this up? Because Scorpio is a reflector. They are very much a reflector. They are represented by the numbers 8 and 0. So 0 especially here, whatever you are, Scorpio will add a 0 to it. In other words, it's an enhancer effect. So if you're kind, Scorpio is kinder. If you are nasty, Scorpio is nastier. Okay. So whatever you are, Scorpio will compound it because they are represented by the number 0. Scorpio friendships. Okay. I mean, we all need help at some point in life, right? We all need a nobleman or two. Of course, if you know Feng Shui, then it's easy to find a nobleman. But if you don't, then if you really need help, go and find a Scorp. A Scorp usually has got resources that they never speak about that can be useful to you. Okay? So, Scorps are usually people who will help other people. Unless you are very nasty, like enhancer effect, 0, right? Now, if a Scorp does value you as a friend, They will always be in touch with you. By always, I don't mean every hour, every day, but you know, every few weeks or every few months, they will check in. Hey, how are you? How's things? Okay. But if let's say a Scorpio doesn't care, right? They don't really care whether you live or die, right? Then you know, you're not much of a valued friend, I guess. Then there's the sort that Scorpio would like to keep you away from their circle for forever. If you have been relegated to that section, right, then you consider yourself lucky, because Scorpio is either revengeful or you're already dead to them. So the smarter Scorpios would imagine you or would regard you as being dead rather than to wreak revenge and wreak havoc in your life. The unevolved will go about wreaking havoc. Why the difference? The evolved or evolving Scorpio is someone who understands that karma will play itself out, that you will get what you give, or you will get what you have given, times 10 or times 100, whatever it is. Okay, because Scorpio believes in karma. And yeah, so that's how you tell whether your friendship is valued or not. So if you're a friendship that the Scorpio values, they will constantly be in touch, they will be on the lookout for you, you know, they'll be thinking of you, they'll be trying to help you out all the time. But of course, because Scorpio is house 8, it is about the depth of the human mind, right? The mental psyche, right? So a lot of people are fearful of coming to a Scorp with a problem for Scorp to help them with, because you see, this is like the Tower card in Tarot. When you look at the Tower card, you see a building crumbling to pieces, right? So a lot of people are afraid of that. They're like, oh my god, what's that? It's so scary. The whole tower is collapsing. Basically, the Tower card in Tarot is about change or rebuilding, right? And that's what Scorpio is about. It's about constant remolding, constant rebuilding, constant changing, constant growth. Because with change comes growth, okay? So if you talk about Scorpio in view of the Tarot card, right? A Scorpio person can empower you or can help to give you insights into your life so that you feel empowered. Okay, empowerment comes from yourself. It doesn't come from another person. It comes from yourself. So, of course, Singapore way, when we talk, we cut off a lot of words, right? So, let me rephrase myself. A Scorpio friend can help give you insights so that you feel empowered, so that you are empowered, so that you can be empowered. Okay? So, with the new information that they give you, or the new steps or their guide on what they can do for you, your life will change. Your problem can go away one. Okay? So a Scorpio is a very good friend, but they make a very nasty enemy. That one you don't need me to tell you. There's so much negative stuff outside about Scorpio, right? So in terms of Scorpio, if you have a Scorpio child, or if you have a Scorpio husband or a Scorpio wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, the best way to bring out the best in them. Now the sign after Scorpio is Saggy, right? So what does Saggy represent? Spirituality, education, higher knowledge. All the keywords that are positive in nature represented by Saggy, you apply on Scorpio. Okay? Because you are leading them forward in their path of evolution. If you accuse a Scorpio of having stolen something from you, you die. The Scorpio will make sure you pay for that statement. Okay? What do I mean by the Scorpio will make you pay for that statement? It doesn't mean they're going to send you a bill for like $1,000 for that. No, it's just that their power is like, if you're talking QiMen, they are like the 9th heaven. They see you having diarrhea, that's it, you're having diarrhea. You know, their connection with the other realms, with energy sources, is very strong, especially if they have Pluto in house 9. Yeah. So the thing about Scorpio, raising a Scorpio child is quite challenging. You know, they are quite strong-willed. They're quite they can be quite demanding. Ever seen a child demand for an ice cream when it's not the right time for an ice cream? Yeah. Take that times 10. That's Scorpio child, and that's an understatement, okay? Because it could be times 100. Now, the thing about raising a Scorpio child is to remember Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio were once one sign. Okay? Then astrologically, they were split up. So from having 10 zodiac signs, we went to having 12 zodiac signs. So Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio were once one right now. So when they were one, what that means basically is that the whole character was so complex. But when it was split up into 3, then it became easier to understand them. And if Virgo is inside Scorpio before, that means Scorpio is also very revengeful. Virgo is quite revengeful. Virgo is the one that will pull out insect's legs one by one just to see how it reacts. Okay? And Libra is like the one trying to keep the balance. So Scorpio is the one that's supposed to take his life as a launching pad to become a better person. Alright? Now, when we say become a better person, I don't mean be a doctor, be a lawyer. No. I'm talking about the personal, spiritual quality. So when you raise a child as a Scorpio, you want to give them trust. You want to lay it out such that, dear, I trust you to do your homework today. Okay? And then you go to work and, you don't call back and check. Of course, the initial few days you do because they're young children. But once the pattern has been established, you don't call them to harass them about their homework. Have they done it, this and that. And then when you come back from work, you just, so how was your homework? Was it good? Did you need help? And then you do affirmations. You praise the child for delivering on expectations. For I knew you would do your homework, even though you know from the back of your head that the fella cheated He probably skipped one part of homework But you just praise him for the part that he has tried. Okay? Because they need external validation. Interesting, Scorpio needing external validation. But that is very much who they are as children. Yeah. So as children, when they grow up, they can be either really wonderful people and skip the whole pariah outcast, social outcast thingy, phase of life, or they can become really wonderful people. Yeah. So who they are as adults, who they are as a friend, depends very much on their upbringing. What the family values are, how the parents impart that value. Okay? So I hope this addresses the question of how a Scorpio is as a friend. There's actually a lot more to be said, but we can go on and on. 講不了one. Right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll find something new to share about Scorpio tomorrow. If you have questions, just send them in. Okay? Bye.